Hey gals and guys, allow me to take a moment to talk about me, school, and money. Now, I do not have the fondest memories of school. The more I think about what I'm going to be talking about, the more I realize that this is going to end up being 2 videos, which is good. So this will be about school, and tomorrow's will be about money. Now, a tiny disclaimer. The grand majority of my teachers were female, so when I get around to talking to some teachers, it stands to reason that the grand majority of the teachers I'm going to talk are female. That's just how it is. Although off the top of my head, I can definitely think of at least one male teacher that I'm definitely going to be talking about. So just don't take it as me like hating on the female teachers. That's just how it was. Morning, 6:44. Jeez. 2 of the videos that even put me down this road that I'm about to tell you are you should drop out of school by a boy in a band. I'll put the link in the corner. And more recently, you don't legally have to go to school, which is one I saw while I was in Los Angeles. That'll be in the corner right about now. They talk about how disrespectful it is, how like the change between high school and college is we expect kids to make these big life-changing decisions when only months before they had to ask to go to the bathroom. And you know, the worst for me was in, I think, 6th grade. We were having our final history test, and the teacher, she would not let people go to the bathroom during these tests, because obviously they're only going to be cheating or just jerking off or whatever. Not literally that, but you know what I mean. And I was so scared to ask that I peed my pants. And the seats, I don't know if you ever had that, they had a little cup. I remember when I went back at the end of the day, because I stayed in that bathroom like 5 or 6 periods, the pee was still there. And then the other one was senior year of high school. I had a law class with a teacher. I won't name her name because I think she could do a bullshit lawsuit if she wanted, if I named her name, but she was a tiny work. Okay, so wait, let me explain. Got the food for the delivery. So this revolves around a law class. I don't know why I was in there. Whatever. It's senior year of high school. Nothing makes sense for why we do anything. One interesting thing a few months before the end of the year was that we did a mock trial. The reason why so many people volunteered for the mock trial, not me, I was interested, was because she guaranteed us an A or something, and that's the key to all the shit. That shit is cool. See, if every day was as beautiful as this day in Chicago, I'd like it a lot more. Months went by, we were in our last couple weeks of school or whatnot, and surprise, surprise, those students that took part in the mock trial decided homework wasn't important. Tests, who gives a shit? Got this in the bag. I still did homework, I'm sure, something like that, I don't know. Just did it to do it. I kind of forgot about the promise. So the day in question, the teacher tells the students that they're not getting that A. They're getting the grade that they deserve based on their actual work. And whew. And we got like 45, 42-minute classes there. And it got to like the 30-35 minute mark where the students were still yelling at the teacher. I think she may have come around to like bumping them up 1 grade, but they weren't happy. And it was exhausting just to even listen to it. And eventually I said something like,
"Can you shut up and talk to her and yell at her after class?"
Something like that. I'm probably through and I'm here to learn, which who gives it was like 2 weeks before the end of the school year, but whatever. Now this is where the race things comes in. I'm white, the teacher's white, short little white lady, and the student who took issue most with me saying it and who had been yelling at the teacher the longest was a black girl. And the two that backed her up were black boys. I said men the first time, but if I call her a girl, that's kind of, there's a double standard there, right? If I call one a girl and men, that's not cool. Anyways, we're on opposite sides of the room and she charges at me. And they back her up and they're charging at me. This all happens in like 10 seconds. What I do is I grab my desk, pretend this is the desk. I literally am looking this way. They come at me. I grab the desk, walk backwards and go like this. Bunch of students get in between us. They push them away. Nothing happens, but I'm gripping it so tightly that they have to pry it away from me. The good students, the students that are there to help and stop anything. That's the f***ing truth. What this stupid piece of teacher says is that I took the desk, held it above my head and was going, ah, with it. What the f***? This is why I think race might be important for this. She is a scared little shaky old white lady. And I'm pretty sure the fact that I was white and the other 3 students were black, she's, what the f***? Like, how, when I'm just like this, what the f***? Now I get white guilt, or thinking what it would look like if a white teacher said 3 black students tried attacking a white student, but the truth's the truth, and a lie is a lie. And she lied. Anyways, I get 5 days suspension. Nothing happens to the students who are terrorizing her and then tried to attack me. I'm the only one who fucking said anything to even try to squash this or put it on pause. I get 5 days suspension because of what the teacher said. My dad calls in, talks to the dean who gave me the 5 days of suspension, gets it down to like a week of detention or something, because that was ridiculous. Yay, you know, whatever, detention, who cares, problem solved. Then another one of the deans, because there's like 2 or 3 of them, just decides to put her nose in it and give me 10 days of suspension. What? Which is bullshit. We go in, we explain to that dean what happened, and this is the part I remember because this was a long time ago. She's standing like 3 or 4 or 5 feet away from me. My parents are right there. It's all only us in her little office. And she says, she like makes an argument, tries to show that I wouldn't actually do what I said I did, and like steps at me like really aggressively. I'm pretty sure it's because my parents were there and they were both police officers at the time. Now they're retired. But I didn't do anything. But you know what the one thought was? To grab the chair that was right next to me and do exactly what I did. Step back and defend myself. Just put it in between us, not even attack her. So, she can fuck herself. That dean, especially. Well, we're not done. We go to the principal. To put this in perspective, this is like his last year, he's retiring. We're there for like an hour talking to him. And basically, he doesn't ask anyone else. He doesn't check with the dean or anyone else, or the teacher or the students, whatever. His response boils down to, I'm gonna stick with the decision of my dean. Which seems noble, but it's just bullshit. So when I know that there's nothing, my parents and I have been there for forever, we're begging him to think about it, see reason, something. I'm like, okay, this is over. Might as well say what I've been thinking. And before I tell you what I said, my parents are very conservative police officers, very supportive of authority, very don't ever talk back to authority. But when I knew that there was fucking nothing gonna change, maximum you can get suspended from that school is 10 days, fuck it. Tell them, you know, I know it's your last year here, but it doesn't mean, or it's your last couple weeks here, but it doesn't mean you don't have to do your job. Hi, puppy. Hi. My parents fucking loved it. We're fucked either way. Yeah. I had to spend my last 2 weeks doing homework and that didn't matter. Nothing in the last 2 weeks matters at home. But they were so frustrated at this bullshit that they fucking loved it. They were patting me on the back. They were, it felt great. Because in any other situation, they would have been like, Brian! But ooh, did he deserve it. Turns out, stayed there a couple other years, probably rattled his cage. But, and there are other stories and other places, but those are two easy ones. That one definitely sticks out. And brings me to my point. I have enrolled Madeline in school. And it's a Sudbury school, which I had never heard of until a few weeks ago in Los Angeles. There was that link earlier. I'll make it the first link below. But you should check it out, that 20-minute video with Boy in the Band. I didn't film there, so I'll put in some screenshots. But have a good day. I hope this turns out good because I'm going to be editing on my phone. But tomorrow, let's talk about money. Oh, and yes, as usual, if you want the opportunity at a $5 Amazon gift card, all you gotta do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and put a comment on below. Have a great day. Guys. I should have said guys, because they're like 17, 18. They're not boys. That's what it sounded like. I was like, something sounds wrong there. Black boys? Black? I don't know. I'm overthinking it.